Overnight, Russian forces closing in on Kyiv, explosions rocking the capital city. Images like this one circulating on social media. This morning, Ukrainian military police in full combat gear joining the fight to defend the city. The emergency services called into action after shelling overnight. Ukrainian President Zelensky in another urgent address to his country, saying saboteurs have already entered the capital and that Russia's named him target number 1, his family target number 2. They're now in hiding. Just 60 miles north of Kyiv, after fierce fighting, Russian forces reportedly now in control of Chernobyl, the destroyed nuclear power plant. From our position in Kyiv, we could see fighter jets overhead, with the city triggering its emergency air raid alarm. And just 20 miles away, Russian special forces and helicopters landing at a military base, which has been the scene of intense firefights. Videos posted on social media from inside Ukraine show these attacks unfolding as the Ukrainians mount a stiff defense. But the Russian onslaught is widespread, with missile strikes in the west, Ukrainian air bases aflame in the east, and fighter jets dropping bombs in the south, and clashes in the southern city of Sumy. The fighting on the ground has been intense. The Ukrainian president saying 137 Ukrainians have died. Ukrainian forces have been doing all they can to repel the more powerful Russian troops. But so far, sources telling ABC that not all of those 150,000 Russian troops on Ukraine's borders have crossed into the country. Russian state media showing these troops in the east. The Ukrainian military is now in the fight of its life. President Zelensky has now ordered a general mobilization, calling up men of fighting age and reservists. In the initial assault, Russia launching over 160 ballistic missiles at Ukrainian military targets. Some civilian areas were reportedly struck. The risk to civilians caught in the crossfire is extreme, with ordnance being fired almost at will by both sides. Those living in Ukraine now forced to deal with the reality of war unfolding around them. As bombs strike nearby, people are forced underground, turning subways into makeshift bomb shelters. And as Russian troops close in on the capital, thousands fleeing the city for safety, causing gridlock on major highways. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov saying this morning that they're ready for negotiations, but after Ukrainian troops surrender. And of course, right now, there is no sign of that. And I have to say, George, we're now entering the most dangerous hours so far in this war.
The target